Hello, I got Mass Riot from Prison City. First time they've shipped Prison City to the Boston area, and this beer's claim to fame was way back in 2016. Paste Magazine did a blind IPA tasting with their staff. Out of like 324 IPAs, this was the number one. And that tasting is, a lot of them are just like random people who aren't beer specialists. They might have all sorts of tastes and things, but the fact that it won out over 324 means it must be kind of good. It's citrus, mosaic, and Simcoe hops, 6.8%. It may have used to be it may have used to be 6.5%. And unfortunately, this batch is not super fresh. It's almost like a month and a half old. January 25th is what it looks like it says. But it's from Auburn, New York. And I guess I never thought about what the Mass meant. They have Massachusetts on there, so I guess since they were making a hazy IPA in 2016, they named it after Massachusetts, where a lot of the style was somewhat born. So I'm expecting good things. Hopefully it was refrigerated for most of its life. If so, it should be in good shape. And this glass, I tried to clean, but it's not very clean. Oh boy. But we'll see. Not looking super hazy, but maybe some of the haze fell to the bottom. Though a lot of New England hazy IPA brewers know how to brew something and have the haze stay in suspension perfectly well for months and months and months and months. So I'm not going to give a huge handicap just for a month and a half. There's a pretty good haze in there now. Glass isn't too dirty. So it looks kind of like Julius, maybe a little paler. You can sort of see my finger a little bit through the bottom there. Head's pretty nice. Hopefully it's not over-carbed. Let's see if I can knock some of these bubbles off. But there you go. It smells clean. Maybe there's a little bit of a leafy or grassy thing from the age, but it's not explosive with the yeast esters and candy notes and all that stuff. It's not apple juicy. It's not from the first whiff. Yeah, it's not all candy. It smells like it's earthy. It's got some, real hop cone type qualities. But it's not bursting forth with fruit juice also. It smells good. The Simcoe seems to be playing a big role. Yeah, it's definitely peachy and grassy. Yeah, there's some candy notes in there. A little bit of like purple drink maybe. I'm getting some more fruit now as I can get my nose in here, and this is very cold. It definitely more of like a grape thing happening in the taste, and it's got sort of a tongue drying feel. Oh yeah, now I'm getting sweet esters coming in, but it's more like fruit stripe and bubblegum or big league grape bubblegum, big league chew, and then some leafy, grassy, green hop stuff. But honestly, it's kind of a cleaner yeast. It's making me think of more, hop profiles circa 2016, hazy or not, in a way. It has the mouthfeel is fine. It's fuller. It's packing in a lot at 6.8%, I guess. Let's see what we have on the bottom. Any chunks? No chunks. Head looks actually quite nice. So I was afraid with that big head it was going to be over carved, but I think is just pretty well carved. It didn't really add much haze either. So maybe this is the way it just is these days. It's not a super duper hazy beer. I bet it was hazier at one point. But you don't need to be super duper hazy to be a really good hazy IPA. There you go. Head looks pretty nice. Head's going to stick around for a while, I can tell. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a pretty fluffy, soft feel. And there's a little bit of some age in there. Yeah, I just randomly looked on this local liquor store's website at their new arrivals and saw this. I didn't know it was coming to the state. Probably just got shipped in the past week. Unfortunately, it got shipped when it was over a month old. But it was in the fridge at the place where I got it, so hopefully it was in the fridge the whole time. But it's got a little bit of that leafy oxidation thing. It hasn't turned totally to just like apple cinnamon spice. That's what happens with really oxidized IPAs. Usually when they start getting brown. That's usually if they're also packaged badly with lots of oxygen and dissolved. So it's pretty good, but it doesn't have a huge hop punch. It could, if it maybe just had a little more haze, it would have a little bit more of a punch. They do make a double dry hop version of this, so that one probably would have a little bit more going on. It is surprisingly sweet now, but I had it really cold, so it wasn't popping out as much, and it wasn't very sweet at first. But a very nice head. But honestly, like the flavors are almost making me think more like Hill Farmstead and almost like Sip of Sunshine, that sort of thing. It's good. I wish I could get it fresher. If I can get it really fresh, I will definitely buy it again. And I liked how the place where I bought it was less than $16. I love it. And I looked up the brewery, and the brewery sells it for $18. I love it when some liquor stores are just undercutters. And look at that nice lacing and stuff. So this is pretty well made. It just is sad that it's showing some signs of oxidation. Yeah, if you can get this stuff fresher than this, I'm sure it's a little better. So it's a little hard for me to rate it, but it's definitely an over a 4 beer. If it's under a month, at least a 4.25 probably. Bye.